Creatures of the night, it's your girl Tati. Let's talk about Collision. I'm not gonna lie, I'm literally in the middle of watching Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling pay-per-view, and I'm like, what did I forget? Did I forget to do something? Because I'm getting really cozy on this bed, and I realized I didn't do my review for Collision. So here we are. Let's talk about Collision. We started off with Adam Cole with Story Time, baby, and honestly, it's like, hey, it's a Saturday night. I don't want to hear no stories. It's a 2-hour show, bruv. Let's get some shit going. And before you can really get into any story, we do have our boy Kyle Fletcher, who interrupts, who is wearing those glasses that you get from China that takes like, I don't know, 27 business days to get to your house. And he also has his new Fletcher shirt that's like black and pink. It's kind of cute. I'm going to check it out on the shop, see what it's given. And long story short, he's just like, hey, I demand a TNT title shot at All In. And to be honest with you, I'm just like, baby, you've earned it. In my eyes, you've earned it. You should be getting that title shot. But then here is Daniel Garcia, who comes on out there basically saying that, hey, I was a former TNT champion. I haven't had my rematch against you yet. Now, both of these guys both want opportunities to go against Adam Cole for the title. Adam Cole suggests that, hey, I could whoop both of y'all asses at the same time, so bring it on at All In. But then Daniel Garcia is just being so humbling and going and saying, no. I rather earn my opportunity to get in the ring with just you one-on-one at All In for the TNT title. Now, since he goes on to say this, then he and Fletcher basically proposed that they should just go one-on-one for the main event on Collision, and winner of that match will be facing Adam Cole for the TNT title at All In. Okay, so now we have a triple threat. We have Shelton Benjamin, Lord have mercy, that man, Lord, oh my God, going against Nick Wayne, and they are going against Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight is basically in several pieces coming out to the ring. Nick Wayne looks fresh with Mama Wayne and Kip coming out to the ring. And honestly, in my opinion, I'm just like, wait a minute. So Kevin Knight with his group Jet Speed and the Patriarchy, they want to get their hands on tag team gold. So they have to go against Shelton to be able to do this. I don't know. Why don't you just go against each other? Instead of doing that, they end up doing this triple threat match. For a while in this match, Shelton is pretty much killing these two children, and it's almost looking like somebody should be calling the police or something because of this child abuse, because these two guys look so young in the ring with Shelton, and he almost seems like he's not even playing fair. However, Nick Wayne and Kevin Knight, they're able to hold their own at some points in this match, and I thought that they looked good. It is a good thing to be able to see veterans, in the ring with these younger guys and giving them opportunities. This is the first time we've seen Shelton in singles action since, I want to say his match, no, not Leo Rush. I think he went against someone else before he became tag champions with Bobby. And I was just like, okay, this is a good opportunity for these two guys. Shelton's going to win anyway. And wrong. Kevin Knight ends up picking up the win, but then they end up announcing that it's going to be a triple threat tag team match, I guess, where we're having fucking the Patriarchy going against Jet Speed, going against the Hurt Syndicate for the AEW Tag Championships. I did not see that on the bingo card at all for that to be where we were going. I think maybe it would have been better if they just picked one team to just go with. There is really virtually no story with any of these teams, but whatever, we'll see what comes out of this whole thing. Now, after this, though, we have from after that heinous attack on our girl, Marina Shafir, on Wednesday, we have Claudio and the whole Death Riders. They're going to the back. They're helping Marina to the back. And the cameraman is just being so annoying, just want to ask questions and shit while we are in turmoil over our girl Marina being hurt. So then Claudio stops. Willa Yuta stops right after him too. And he's speaking in, German, I believe, I think. And whatever he was saying, I don't know what it was, but it's kind of sexy to me. I like that. I'm cool with European guys. That's cool. And long story short, they have a message for the Ops, which is that they're going to see them at All In for the trios titles. And the craziest thing was that the whole time that Claudia was talking, and that whole German thing is kind of cute to me. I'm looking at Wheeler Yuta, who has his bangs like down to his fucking lips, okay? I couldn't believe it. I was just like, baby, what is going on? Like, literally, almost his whole face is covered now with the beard. He has his hair, and then his hair that's over his face. I'm like, whoa, what is going on? The next time we see you, we wouldn't be even able to see your lips at that point. Very, very noticeable. However, Pac has been injured, which is why they had to drop their titles to begin with. So I'm not sure that Pat will be returning at all, and they can have Gabe Kidd, who has helped them in the past, to be able to, I guess, take that spot to go against the Ops. But if it is Gabe Kidd that will be taking the spot of Pac in the group, then I don't see them fucking winning at all and at all. Up next, we have the Don Callis family. We have Hechicero teaming up with Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero to go against, unfortunately, Pastor Briscoe, Mystico, and Hologram for the Kids. And y'all already know, when you see Hologram for the Kids, when you see Mystico, they are winning. And I was just like, y'all couldn't make this any more obvious than what it is. Well, I thought the match was pretty cool. For me, the predictability was just killing it. I've been saying for a while that I feel like Don Callis family have amazing wrestlers in this group, but they take so many L's, especially when it really matters. They take too many L's, which is kind of killing me at this point. Obviously, Rocky Romero is a fall guy in every situation, so he ends up getting pinned by Mystico for the win. Not pinned. He ends up tapping to Mystico at the end. Obviously, our scumbag MJF and MVP, they're still in the building somewhere, somehow. And somehow, Mystico has earned his way to be in the Casino Gauntlet. So he's one of the 3 people who have been confirmed to be in that match. Why, how, who knows what? I have no clue how that happened, but I guess it's Mystico, so I guess it's okay. So we'll end up seeing what happens, because he's like, don't worry about it, Mystico. You and I won't even get a chance to lock up in the ring, because I'm going to get in the ring with Mark Briscoe and I'm going to whoop his ass, and the match will be over after I win, and no one else get a chance to even get into that match. So very interesting. I doubt that's where we're going. After this, we have the best wrestler alive, Max Caster, who has his open challenge, his 5-minute open challenge, and he's getting the crowd to say he's the best wrestler alive, and then this crowd sucks and all that shit. And we're waiting to see who's gonna come on out and have a match with him. Then all of a sudden, this little video package plays, and it's Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky is training with Top Flight. Layla Gray's there, and the head honcho of the group is Christopher Daniels. And I was just like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? What is all this? And then here comes Scorpio Sky that looked like a motherfucking snack. Lord have mercy, damn. Who come on out there, looks fucking amazing. And then, you know, Top Flight is there, and obviously the beautiful Layla Gray. They end up dapping him up, and then they leave to the back. And Scorpio Sky comes out to the ring. The match was over, I want to say, it's definitely less than 1 minute. I didn't really keep track of how many seconds, because we knew it wasn't going to be too long. But it's over. To be honest, we haven't seen Scorpio Sky. Every time they teased that Scorpio Sky was returning, they would do a couple of vignettes, and he's doing these little promos or whatever from God knows where he at, but then he never ever comes. So finally we get something, and he actually makes his way to the ring and have a less than a minute match. I am not a fan of these, because I'm like, bruh, we haven't seen you in a long time. I'd rather see you doing something rather than just come out there for less than a minute, but I'll take it for what it is. I don't know what they're doing with Christopher Daniels and Top Flight in them, but hopefully this all works out for everyone all in the end. Now after this, we have our boy Ricochet backstage, who doesn't want to talk about what he got going on with the Gates of Agony, with damn, what's her name again, Lexi. And then he ends up telling the cameraman to follow him. Cameraman follows him, and Gates of Agony done already beat up some poor unfortunate souls back there. And it looks like they got something going on and I don't know what it is. Do I want to say I'm excited for it? I don't want to say excited, because I do really feel like Ricochet don't need to be with anybody, but I am happy to see the Gates of Agony actually being, taken seriously to do something else and something different. So I'm hoping the best for all these guys in this whole little thing, even though I don't have like the highest of hopes. Now after this, we do have Will Nightingale going against Viperous. Not necessarily a squash, but you know what's going to happen. I thought that this was great. Viperous looks so beautiful. And she was like, if you want to fight, we going to fight. She ended up putting her hair in a ponytail and everything, ready to scrap with Willow, which I thought was cute. But throughout the match, we have Statlander, who is backstage, who is watching, which for me, I kind of get annoyed whenever I have to say Willow and Chris Statlander's name in the same sentence at this point. But she's watching the match. And then at some point, while the match is going, she's watching still. And then all of a sudden, someone taps her on her shoulder. And it's Wheeler Yuta who taps her on the shoulder. And I'm just like, oh, Wheeler, what you doing here, baby? And Statlander is obviously annoyed to see Wheeler Yuta, because obviously they trying to recruit her for Death Riders. And she ends up walking away, which I thought was very interesting. But anyway, Willow Nightingale ends up taking away the win in a pretty short match. Anthony Bowens, after that, was really upset because he lost his match, which we already knew was going to happen anyway from Wednesday. And, he's not advancing on... Well, we don't know if he's going to be in the gauntlet match, but he didn't definitely get number 2 spot for the gauntlet match either. But it was still a good opportunity for him. He's mad at Billy Gunn because Billy Gunn wasn't out there for him. And I'm just like, wait, what? What do you mean why are you mad? First of all, whenever you come out with Billy, they all cheering for Billy and not you. And then you finally go out there on your own to do your own thing, and you're upset that Billy didn't come out there with you, and Billy says that he thought that he didn't want him to be out there. And, Billy kind of trying to give him some advice, saying that, hey, man, you just getting this whole thing together. You're not in a team anymore. And, there's going to be some wins. There's going to be some losses. And you're not going to be ending up holding the world title today or even tomorrow. So get your ass up and be patient and work so that we can get to that point. Honestly, I agree with him. He seems to have his heads up in the clouds somewhere. And I think he needs to take things down a notch, because he's obviously overthinking it. Whatever this little pride or professional wrestling thing that he got going on, it really got to work for Anthony Bowens. On to match of the night. I know, we're early, right? FTR versus the Outrunners. This is episode 100 of Collision. And you guys remember, I don't remember everybody who was on that first episode, but definitely FTR was on the first episode. And let me just say that as much as FTR, they annoy me when they have to speak, they are definitely the best tag team over there in AEW. Let me just say, Outrunners, they fell off. They fell off after their run-in with the Hurt Syndicate or whatever. And it just hasn't been the same for them. And today, I was just like, holy shit, this is what tag team wrestling is supposed to look like on a weekly basis. Damn, Outrunners showed up and showed out. FTR showed up and showed out. Stoltz is just ringside yelling and just being annoying or whatever. And I really, really felt from both teams, especially the Outrunners, that they're like, hey, we really want to put ourselves back on the map. And I honestly, the whole thing with FTR and Outrunners, it kind of felt a little cheesy at first for them to be beefing. But this absolutely paid off. When I keep saying doing shit for there to be a payoff, this is it. This is motherfucking it. This is definitely the best match of the night. I don't know if y'all would agree, but I thought that they did a great job. And if this doesn't put not FTR but Outrunners back on the map, I don't know what else. Even FTR, like right now, they're not in the title picture, but they're doing the best in terms of tag matches. And Hurt Syndicate, y'all know I love y'all. I love y'all, but we gotta pick it up. We gotta pick it up. For Outrunners to have done such an amazing job like this with FTR makes me just wonder, like, what happened with FTR and Hurt Syndicate? Like, why did we get that type of chemistry with them? I don't know. There was blood, thanks to FTR. Outrunners obviously not looking good. Truth Magnum leaking and everything in this match. And it went on pretty long. This definitely was the longest match of the night. but both of these teams had something to prove. And this is one of those situations where I say that, you know, despite the Outrunners losing, they looked like $1,000,000. This is how you do it. This is how you lose and you look like $1,000,000. Obviously, they end up hitting a Shattered Machine onto Turbo for the win. But man, I know that people have definitely are looking at the Outrunners in a different way now and looking at these guys as one of the top teams in AEW right now. Now after this, they give us 8-woman tag match. We have Athena teaming up with Tekla, Megan Bayne, and Julia Hart to go against Thunder Rosa, Queen Amanada, Lord have mercy, Queen Amanada, oh my God. Anna Jay, and Tay Mello. I feel like, ain't these the same girls from last week? The very same girls or damn near the same girls? I don't know, whatever. I thought that it kind of felt like what we saw last week. I'm not even gonna lie, it just kind of felt like that. There was a heavy focus for Athena and Thunder Rosa, who are going to be having their match on Friday for Supercard of Honor pay-per-view. And for once, they actually have the graphics at the bottom of the screen showing what was going to happen in terms of the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, which they typically don't do. So that's interesting. And they even end up leaving the match and running to the back and fighting to the back and leave them, all the team together in the ring, which I thought was interesting because at that point, I'm like, okay, Athena, who's kind of assumed herself to be the leader of the group, is out. Thunder Rosa is out. And maybe the babyface is just going to end up taking the win, which I was wrong. Obviously, we have the Megasis out there who makes sure that she ends up getting the win after a powerbomb onto Anna Jay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. Megan Bayne looked like $1,000,000. She looked like someone who should be potentially holding a title or going for a title, but obviously CEO has other plans for All In. So it would have been really cool to see any one of these girls going for the TBS title, and Megan Bayne would have probably be my choice for that if we were talking All In. Not bad of a match. Now we do have a quick little video from Alex Winster, who is the missus, the fiance of William Ospreay, who is letting everybody know that she's all elite and that she is, coming and maybe might make it to the gauntlet match. I'm not sure, but she's letting everybody know that she's coming for gold when she get over here. We'll see about that. Main event, Kaya Fletcher going against Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia coming out there with the boring Daddy Magic. I don't really see him adding anything to whatever Daniel got going on, but whatever. And then we had actually Uncle Don coming out with Kaya Fletcher, which is interesting because I honestly thought that he was focusing more on Okada at this point and not necessarily coming out with anyone else. So it seemed like since he's joined forces with Okada, but okay, which is cool. This was a really great matchup here. And look, I know I've been saying like Daniel Garcia, that aura that he used to have is gone or whatever. But he's a tremendous wrestler that somehow has lost his way. And I'm going to blame it on Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, there's not a damn person that he's worked with in AEW that has actually gone on to do anything thanks to him. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Y'all know I can list everybody. Y'all know I'm right. So I just feel like it's back to the drawing board for Daniel Garcia, especially with him not taking the win here tonight, with Fletcher winning, which is what's supposed to happen. The right person won for sure. I think it makes more for an interesting match. There was a part of this match where Daniel Garcia is laid up outside the ring, referee is counting, and Adam Cole get his ass up from commentary, pretty much trying to encourage Daniel Garcia to get up and to get back in the ring and keep fighting. I was like, baby, what is this? Y'all supposed to be friends or something? Like, he wants to challenge you for the title, and you're sitting here on your knees, fucking trying to encourage him to get up and get back into the ring. We don't do that over here. Now, obviously, he does get back into the ring and loses, but that's cool. After the match, Uncle Don, Lance, they all come into the ring, and he's just like, hey, bitch, it's going to be you and me at All In. And you could just see the expression on Adam Cole's face, that icy blue eyes or whatever color they are. They just look like, holy shit, I am going to get my ass whooped at All In. Overall, the show was good. It definitely gave you that tape vibe type of situation. You could just tell the difference. There's something about it that feels slightly different, but still a pretty good show to have on a Saturday night. We are literally a week away from All In next Saturday. So excited to not just go over to those shows, but to see how things are just gonna turn out for AEW at this point. I feel like a lot of shit has been announced last second for the pay-per-view, which we actually had time to build things. I don't know what's going on with that, but at this point, it looks like we're going to get a pretty good show from AEW as usual in terms of their pay-per-views. I can't wait to see how that turns out. You guys, thanks so much for watching my review. I will not be doing any live streams next week, but I will still be doing reviews. So come back to the channel for those. I'll see you guys then. Bye.